Hello, my name is David Coe, and I'd like to share a story with you about what prayer has done for me in my life. My grandfather raised me in the church and made sure that that foundation was laid, and came to know the Lord and was baptized in the faith. In 1984, I met a lady who had a 4-year-old daughter, and we ended up marrying a year later in 1985. We built a great family together. We had children, and we even added a grandson and a son-in-law during that time. It was a great marriage. We had great careers. Things were going really well. And like most marriages where you have things that creep in, you can usually work through them. I made some decisions in 2002 that we were just unable to work through. And I walked away from a 17-year marriage, and I left a wife and children and a lot of wreckage behind. And I took my shame and regret and carried that with me for a number of years. And over the next 10 years, I was in and out of relationships that were just a mess. I lost careers due to some decisions I made. And in 2012, I got tired of living the way I was living, and just got tired of the way things were going for me. So I came back to the foundation that was laid for me, and that was talking to the Lord and praying to the Lord. I got involved in the church. I pressed in, got under some good leadership of this church, and as well as some good friendships in this church from other men, and things started to change. I found myself praying during this marriage conference that came through the church here. I started praying for a godly wife, and the only godly wife that I knew was the only wife I'd ever had of 13 years in the past. And at that particular time, the Lord had told me that there was still work for me to do, that He wasn't ready to reveal that person, that wife, to me. As I continued to pray and press in, it became very clear of what the Lord had in store for me. And I'm very happy to say that in June 13th, 2015, I remarried my wife that I had divorced 13 years later. And it's just amazing to see God working in that marriage, the restoration in the family that we have. It's amazing. It reminds me in Isaiah 61:7, where He says, "Instead of your shame, you will have a double portion, and instead of humiliation, they will shout for joy over that portion. Therefore they will possess a double portion in their land. Everlasting joy will be yours." So not only is He restoring, He is doing that with a double portion. And I'm so grateful and thankful. In the Gospel of Matthew, he pens a quote from Jesus, and it says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, and for he who seeks finds, and he who knocks, the door will be open." So I just want to challenge you as you continue to press in, whatever the restoration is that you need. I would tell you to keep asking. Don't quit asking. Keep seeking, and that will come in a form of your praise. Not only asking, but praising Him. And I think you'll see that God has big plans for you and your family.